closed.
You don't look the sort who can afford to turn down legitimate work.
What do you want?
How about we start with a light?
Well, you got a name, miss?
Elizabeth. You can call me Elizabeth.
What can I do for you?
There's a girl who needs to be found. Maybe you've seen her.
This girl's dead.
You know her.
You'll see dozens of her tied down by the docks or the slums in Apollo Square. Orphans. With Fontaine's charity shut. No place for them.
But her you know.
As I said, girl's dead.
Lost.
Look, I don't know where you get...
Lost isn't dead. Name your rate, I will pay you for this work. But you do this one gratis, wouldn't you?
I don't follow.
Something tells me you will. Seems my instincts were correct.
Where's Sally?
I don't know, but I know someone who does. Follow me.
What's this girl to you?
What I need from her is my business. But I know where to start looking. Something tells me a man with your particular talents could be useful. What happened to these children? What are they?
Where have you been? Cabin in Arcadia? Little sisters. Atom factories.
It's grotesque.
Red means stop, green means go. This is the rule all little girls know.
Compromise? Is that why we came to Rapture? I could compromise in Red Hook.
We're just men and women, Alan. You hold yourself to that standard, you'll never be happy.
In what country is there a place for men like me? Men who refuse to say yes to the doubt.
Come on. We haven't got all day.
What do they even look like under those suits?
What you mean? They're just some kind of machine?
Time is.
Benevolence is... He works for Ryan's security firm. I got it firsthand.
You know... DeWitt. The Hostic sees you, he'll toss you out on your ass again. Got some nerve showing your face around here, pal.
Just say the funny.
What?
You not knowing about the little sisters. How long have you been in Rapture?
Let's just say I don't get out much.
You've got eyes and ears, don't you?
If I wanted to share my life story, Mr. DeWitt, I would write my memoirs. If I learned anything about Rapture, that it was a place where people understood to mind their own business.
Where are we headed?
The man we need to see is in the Garden of the Muses.
How do you know?
My sources are my own, Mr. DeWitt. If you have better information as to the whereabouts of your girl, I suggest you avail yourself of it.
Where are you taking me?
When's the last time you saw Sally?
What?
She was taken from you, wasn't she?
How do you know this?
She was taken, down at Surprise. You were playing the tables and...
She disappeared.
And?
Cop friend of mine, Sullivan, says they found her floating in the docks.
You see the body?
Look.
Did you see the body? This world values children, not childhood. There's a profit to be made and men who make it. I'm taking you to one of them. Mr. DeWitt, you all right?
I'm fine. Just get these spells sometimes. It'll pass.
Refreshment, sir? Madam?
We're fine, thanks.
I went through basic with a decent sort, but the Italians, Papa this and Papa that. They can't take a crap without a paper dispensation.
He gets that from his father. No one from my side of the family was ever so talented.
I told her.
Mr. DeWitt. We'll find my source inside of that club.
Cohen? What does that lunatic have to do with Sally?
Buongiorno, signore.
Days. Her little girl's been missing for days.
Fontaine got taken out by Ryan's goons for one reason.
Best quit while you're ahead.
Are you in the know? You've doubtlessly sampled products from Fontaine Futuristics. But do you know why Ryan Industries saved it? Frank Fontaine, business leader and benefactor of mankind? Or was he the best friend the parasite ever had? Were you aware his businesses were a front for a smuggling ring? And were you also fooled by his supposed charity work? At his free clinic, patients became test subjects, and his orphanages were places that children disappeared into and never came out. Once they learned the truth, Rapture's Central Council called for the arrest of Fontaine Futuristics' owner. But, a coward to the end, Fontaine found a hail of bullets preferable to facing justice. The council asked that Ryan Industries assume the burden of stewardship of Fontaine's ill-gotten assets. And Andrew Ryan accepted that burden for the people of Rapture. Now all citizens can enjoy these products, free of criminal taint. Now you know.
Unpleasantness with Fontaine seems so far behind.
If there's anything I can do, bonjour.
Ah, Mr. DeWitt. Back again. And so soon.
Are you in the know? Innovation and competition are what fuel rapture. But that fuel can be diluted with rumor or flat-out lies. The rumor monger asks, what are these so-called splicing side effects? Well, take a look around you. Do you see anything wrong with your neighbor? The rumor monger asks, why has Tenenbaum withdrawn from the public's eye? Dr. Tenenbaum is a scientific mind unparalleled, even in rapture. She's no doubt in her lab, toiling away at her next great innovation. I heard she was in cahoots with Fontaine. Merely slander from jealous naysayers. Remember, rapture competes through innovation, not cheap shots. Bridget Tenenbaum is a woman who represents the best of science and industry. In other words, she's a rapture gal. Now you know.
Good day to you, sir.
Are you in the know? The Big Daddy may look imposing, but he's a gentle giant. Do you know all he does for rapture? These metal gents are the hands that maintain rapture, digging the foundation out of the seabed and guiding structural supports into place. Where do these metal mysteries come from? Sorry, chum, that's a Ryan Industries trade secret. Now you know.
Whatever that barber did to you, I hope he's retained a capable attorney.
Taste buds have matured.
That we used to share. And they still sound.
Another one. Yeah, you got an issue with my food pail. You're welcome to put on an apron.
I had all of these visions before coming down here of utopia. Every man with his hand on the great chain, the wheel of progress turning. Every cliche you can imagine. And what is the first thing that happens when I open up shop? Petty thievery. Now I have to lock all my valuables in the closet. Remember 2076. It's the problem with coming to utopia, is that it still has the people. When Ryan take over Fontaine Futuristics, scene of a terrible violence. Splicers burning each other to bits. The lucky ones not killed, sent to department store prison instead. Suchon think he dead man too. But then, Ryan comes to Suchang and says, Suchang want to be buried in filthy store, or Suchang want to make a good salary? Work for Ryan. How much salary? Asks Suchang.
Private party. No entry without invitation.
We'll see about that.
Which business do you represent, sir?
Business?
Yes, which business?
DeWitt Investigations.
Mr. Cohen does not truck with private detectives. Masks of invitation went to artists and craftsmen alone.
I'm with the artist struggle. We're expected.
No mask, no entry.
Stuffed shirt.
These invitation masks he spoke of, they must have gone out to local artisans.
Well, I guess we'll have to persuade someone to loan us one.
The business of Rapture is business. Says it's sponsored by the artist struggle, the Golden Rule, and Rapture Records.
I guess those stores would be as good a place to start as any. What brung you to Rapture?
A man.
Really? You don't strike me as the romantic type.
Wasn't that kind of man.
Then what?
There's a debt that needs repaying.
I've known my share of Shylocks.
Invitations to Cohen shows are highly coveted. Nobody's gonna just hand us one.
You think you can figure out a way to distract the store owner while I take a look around?
You just find the mask. Leave the distractions to me.
Welcome, please. Have a look around.
Excuse me. Lady has some questions for you.
Yes, of course.
I'm interested in this piece.
Ah, excellent. You've an eye, haven't you, miss? It's a natural sapphire and diamond, 18-karat gold ring, fully hallmarked for Paris, 1887.
Really?
The center cabochon... Excuse me, sir?
That's a lot of fine talk about a stolen ring.
I beg your pardon?
Right out of her coffin in Twilight Fields. Did you think we wouldn't notice?
Cohen sends those masks out in some kind of box.
Of a grave robber are of no interest to me. If you hand the ring back, the matter will remain between you and me.
Must be somewhere else.
I don't think so. Hit the bricks, you tramp. I'll see to it they hit you.
Get your hands off me!
Might be best if we were gone when he wakes up. Any luck?
Nothing. Let's find another shop.
Where should we look next? Upstairs at the artist struggle, or Rapture Records straight ahead?
Ryan taking over Fontaine's business. Any different than, say, imminent?
Fontaine was a criminal.
By whose standards? Ryan's?
Dr. Steinman told me he was just...
Sir, ma'am.
You see that dish I walked in with? Well, you give her the star treatment, pal. That'll make it worth your while.
Of course, right away.
What is this piece?
It's by Trenet, but of course, covered by Mr. Reinhardt.
Oh, it's lovely. Isn't it lovely?
Gotta find that box. Nothing.
Music.
Well, only one place left.
Especially something in the depths. It's almost primal, isn't it? Part of it that exists before thought, before logic, purely sensual.
The finest music touches us.
I must go. I must go. Even one more note shall prove my undoing. Nothing?
No. Got one place left, though.
And if that proves to be fruitless?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You ever met the man?
Used to see him all the time.
Good day.
Hey, pal. You want to help out the little lady?
Yes, of course. Interesting, isn't it? An original Sander Cohen. He calls it miasma.
I'm sorry, but I know precious little about art.
How does it make you feel?
I don't want to open my mouth for
Where is he
fear of
hiding
what
that
foolishness
box?
might tumble out.
Would you like me to tell you what it means?
Oh, what do you? Oh, I would like so much to understand.
There you are, you little son of a bitch.
Intended to show us the struggle. Condemned to breathe the swampy air of the
Parasite.
You've given me so much to think about. I feel a trifle swoony. Would you mind if I return tomorrow for further education?
I shall be here at your service. Until tomorrow.
Good. You've located the mask.
Third time's the charm.
All right. It's best we head back to Cohen's.
Fine piece of work back with those shopkeepers. You got a bit of the grifter in you.
For that, you can thank my father.
Oh, yeah?
He was a man comfortable in a variety of roles.
Ah, very well. Mr. Cohen awaits your participation at his performance.
So who is this fellow Cohen? Some sort of underworld figure?
Worse. He's an artist.
An artist who kidnaps children.
Cohen's muse is a bit more diverse. I've seen his type. Gets an idea in his head, end a conversation. Don't matter who gets hurt.
Dance, dance, move! Be the conduit! Open yourselves to the music, to the spirit of the eternal! No. Why do you fail in this fashion? To embarrass me in front of my muse? My muse shall not be mocked. Fitzpatrick! Please! The stick! For God's sake! My muse shall not be mocked! Get them out of here! There shall be no failure on my canvas. Oh, there's no room in rapture anymore for the artist. Who are you?
Name's DeWitt.
Is that right? This one's a real biscuit. Isn't he a biscuit, ladies?
I need to ask you a few questions.
Questions, yes. Yes, it is the work of man to ask. It is the work of the artist to answer.
You've seen this girl, haven't you?
We artists see more than most. You are more than you claim to be, little songbird. Are you not? Watch this one, DeWitt. She'll take you where you don't want to go. But I know the child in that photo is important to you. So many children flit, flit, flit away. I know where the girl is. And I will send you to her. In exchange, all I ask is a dance.
What?
I see something in you two. Art strips away artifice. Show me who you are, and I will show you where you need to go.
Cohen, son of a bitch.
Mr. DeWitt.
What?
Dance with me.
Come, dance!
I shudder to think what greater price he might care to extract.
Fitzpatrick! Beauty and pain. They can be no more separated than birth and blood.
What do you think Cohen's customers do with the children? Do they?
Sometimes. But those types lack the capital of people like Ryan and Suchong.
That's a blessing.
You saw those little sisters? You so sure? But if Suchong had Sally, I'd know it.
How?
Because I tied him to a chair and asked him.
So?
For 15 hours.
I don't know what to make of you, Mr. DeWitt.
No!
Listen, we're not gonna keep...
Fitzpatrick! I see suffering in you. I know how to shine a light on your pain. A moth will become a butterfly.
Mr. DeWitt! Mr. DeWitt! Are you all right?
I'm fine.
You were dreaming. You kept saying your daughter's name, Sally.
She's not my daughter.
I thought...
Pain and beauty! To an artist, they are parent and child.
Cohen?
I'm sending you to find your young one. No need to thank me. I'm not so sure you'll like what you find.
Look.
Fontaine's. Ryan sent the whole thing to the bottom.
But it's a prison now. Why would Cohen have sent Sally there?
I don't know.
Everyone has needs. I merely provide a service for those who have the means to pay. You'll find your little bird in the housewares department.
How many people do you suppose Ryan's got locked up in that place?
Enough. Fontaine had amassed something near an army. Now they're down there, spliced up and wild. All right, there's a dock up ahead.
Takes a cold son of a bitch to do that to a living person.
What's that?
Barrier, let's see.
You read your residency contract with Ryan Industries? In perpetuity, we're all buried at sea.
get too comfortable. Keep your eyes open.
Seem to be some supplies this way, Mr. DeWitt.
It's Booker.
What?
Just call me Booker.
It's all the same to you. Let's leave it at Mr. DeWitt. Look up there. Let's have another look around. Perhaps we'll be able to find something to get us up and over.
Could be handy.
A skyhook?
Skyhook? You mean the air grabber? Kids use them to ride around up on the pneumo lines.
Air grabber? Huh. Constants and variables.
Constants and what?
Never mind.
Goddamn grabber stuck.
Mr. DeWitt! Someone's coming!
All right, I got the grabber unjammed.
Where do you get off?
Mr. DeWitt, look. Housewares. That's where Cohen said we'd find Sally. The store ran trams between the three buildings. We'll need to avail ourselves of that.
Assuming it still works.
Optimism, Mr. DeWitt. It helps in situations like this. When did you come to Rapture?
Oh, it was, geez, I guess around 51? No, 48?
That's a rather large gap.
Time. Life I had before. Sort of becomes a blur. 49. 49 for sure. Damn.
You look a mess, Mr. DeWitt.
Just keep your eyes open for splicers. They can do us a whole lot worse.
Here, little birdies. Eat it up. Well, it's good for you, you know. I've never heard of birds that didn't like seeds. What's the matter with you? Do you think it's poison? Did I lock the door? Did I lock it?
Oh, this is no good. No good. My own home. My own home.
Mr. DeWitt, look.
Well, there's the tram.
That splicer had no problem freezing a path for himself before.
I'm sure he'll be happy to do the same for us.
I have no doubt you'll prove persuasive. Mr. DeWitt, look. An ice rink.
Be good at places any to look for our new friend.
Says it's on the top floor.
So we go up.
Damn thing's locked.
Let me see that. Oh, have matters progressed so little? I could turn this with a rake pick. Done.
Where'd you learn that?
Oh, it's something I picked up a long time ago.
Yeah, our frozen friend leaves a hell of a trail.
Why are my hands all red?
Just let me in, okay? Fontaine, he said we're all equal down here now, all in the same boat. I just want a taste of some high-class food.
What am I selling? Say insurance, 'cause that ain't the answer. I am selling a man the right to feel like a man.
I want these scars. I just got complacent. When she says I could change, she ran off so I could spit.
Now I'll get in. This outfit, it doesn't feel right. Should I change again? Where's the mirror? Check the stove. I don't mean to be rude. Stay away from me!
Think you can pick this?
That won't take but a minute. Got it.
So big and so strong, but such a dunce. He treated me fair, but he was a square. He knew when, but he didn't know where.
Are you still gonna be able to shoot straight?
Baby, it's gotta be tonight for sure. Tonight, by 9:30, you'll be putting in some overtime.
It used to be such a thrill to hear Ryan speak. Parasite this, and the exaltation of man that. Sure, it could all get a bit of a bore, but the old bear sure knew how to enunciate.
I can't glow. My dear, I know.
Do you know